Bnei Israel have left Mitzrayim. They're standing by Yam Suf. They're about to cross. There's no way through. They look back, and the Egyptian army, led by Paro, is charging towards them. They're stuck. They panic. What do? Moshe steps forward and tells the Yam Suf, open up right now. The Yam Suf says, no way. Moshe brings the Aron of Yosef, and then the Yam Suf opens. The question is, why did the Yam Suf refuse? And then, why did the Aron of Yosef change its mind? The Kli Yakar explains that the Yam Suf told Moshe Rabbeinu, why should I break the laws of nature for Am Yisrael? Moshe tells the Yam Suf, you have to break the laws of nature because Yosef broke his laws of nature for HaKadosh Baruch Hu. When the Yam Suf saw the Aron of Yosef, the Yam Suf opened up. Hayam Ra'ah. The Yam Suf saw the Aron of Yosef Vayanos. Now, Yosef HaTzadik has just passed the greatest test out there. What happens afterwards? They arrest him and they throw him into an Egyptian jail for 12 years. The Torah describes a jail as a bor, a pit. Imagine being in a pit for 12 years. We wouldn't survive for 12 minutes. And here Yosef is in a bor for 12 years. Where's his reward? He has just passed the greatest test. He has just given in to HaKadosh Baruch Hu. What's the reward? He's thrown into a pit for 12 years? The answer is, fast forward 232 years. Yosef HaTzadik, because of him, Am Yisrael crosses the Yam Suf. Because of Yosef HaTzadik, because he was mevater to HaKadosh Baruch Hu, we are here today. This idea answers a different shaila that I have. The Gemara says in Sotah Daf Bet, Kasher lezavgan ki kriyat Yam Suf. Marriage is compared to kriyat Yam Suf. And I ask you a question. I think, right, that marriage is supposed to be a unification of two parts. So why is Chazal comparing marriage to a split? Yam Suf is a split. Marriage is a unification. The answer is pretty simple. The Yam Suf split because Yosef was mevater. Every single marriage, every single relationship will succeed if the husband and wife are mevater. If they all give in, we are successful. I'd like to conclude with a story. I heard this story from Reuben Elba Shlita, Rosh Yeshiva of TorahAnytime in Geula. He says, many years ago, there was a couple which saved money to buy a house in Yerushalayim. Eventually, they had enough money, and they bought a third-floor apartment in a wonderful neighborhood, in a quiet building, their dream house. What happened? A few years later, the owner of the ground floor apartment sold his apartment to a furniture store. And what happened now? All the neighbors were concerned. All of a sudden, the building turned from a quiet religious building to a furniture store. There was noise, there was balagan, there was everything. The husband decided, I'm going to go to the stipler, Rav Yaakov Kanievsky, the father of Rav Chaim Kanievsky Shlita. And he goes to Rav Yaakov, to the stipler, to complain. And the stipler says, don't complain, go back to the owner, explain to him, B'ezras Hashem will give in. He goes back, he explains, he gives in. But a few weeks later, the guy says, why should I keep my furniture inside the store when I have a whole ground floor to display my furniture? So he took out his beds, his chairs, his mattresses, all outside the building. The husband said, Adkan, enough is enough. I'm going back to Bnei Brak, to the stipler, and ask him permission to report this guy to the authorities. He gets to Bnei Brak. He cries to the stipler. The stipler says to him, do not report him. Tevater, give in. Im mevatrim lo mafsidim. If you mevater, you will never lose. A few days later, the wife walks into her porch in time to see her 3-year-old son fall off the soragim, off the bars, down 3 flights. The mother runs down the stairs, fearing the worst. She gets downstairs and she sees her son sitting on the top mattress, safe and sound. Those same mattresses that we think, that she thought and her husband thought was annoying them so much, those same mattresses saved the son's life. From here we learn, im mevatrim, if we give in to others, lo mafsidim. Thank you very much.
You've just experienced another Torah class brought to you by TorahAnytime.com.